Happy to see some sunshine breaking out in the Portland area, which at least gives us a psychological boost. But let's face it, Keith, it's just a cold day.
Yeah, it's chilly, and it's kind of a big swing from where we were, especially on Saturday there. And we'll go right back to that warm weather, it looks like late in the week. But in between, yeah, it's cold. It's 19 in Portland with the sun, 9 in Berlin, 5 in Rangeley, 4 in Greenville. Got out skiing this weekend, and the softening of the snow is really, really nice in a lot of spots. And rehardening, obviously, this morning in through the day today. We've got clouds still in the mid-coast and down East Maine. The sun has broken out in Portland. You can see behind Pat on that camera there, and back into New Hampshire as well. I think down here we're in for a decent second half of the day with sunshine, but temperatures aren't going to move that much. There's that light snow you could see on the camera in Bar Harbor moving through the mid-coast. As I mentioned, we were very close to joining our neighbors to the south in Massachusetts with an embarrassing forecast miss. The storm had a northwest side that was not forecast at all, and they got quite a bit of snow down in Massachusetts. We just dodged that, but that's one of those bands that just clipped into down East Maine and the mid-coast. So hour by hour forecast through the rest of today, again, even with sun, we're not going to do that well. 20 is probably the max we're going to get to over southern Maine. And then tonight we get cold. Taking into account the warm bias of this model that it tends to have, I think we'll be in the single digits along the coastline. We'll be below zero, probably just a little bit below zero inland, and then the mountains could be up to 10 degrees below zero. That's how we start tomorrow, so it's not going to be a very warm day tomorrow either. Mixture of sun and clouds. We get into the upper teens to low 20s. That's about it. Chilly start tomorrow night, but we kind of flatline a bit, and we don't drop quite the same way through Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday, we see a mixture of sun and clouds, and here comes that warming trend from the southwest that'll set us up in time for our storm on Thursday with warm enough air that most of this storm looks like it will be in the form of rain. So cold air displaced as we get into the middle of the week. Basically, it's a warm front that comes through Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. That gets us briefly into the warm sector, which is really nice when it happens like it did on Saturday. That's not going to be the case here. It's going to come with rain, so there'll be rain and melting on Thursday afternoon into Friday morning. There might be a little bit of snow on the back end of this, so the mountains might hold out some hope, but I think this is probably a net loser as far as snow goes because of those temperatures, because of that rain, and then we'll watch that backside on Friday. If this low gets any deeper, then maybe there'll be some real accumulating snow on the backside, but that's not how it looks right now. You can see just looking at this model, that warm front is up towards Quebec, and so anything south of that is going to be too warm Thursday night into Friday. And again, that low will try to drag through a little bit of snow on Friday morning into the afternoon, but I don't think it's the big part of the forecast. I think most of it is balmy with showers, as Todd put it. And then there will be some mixing on Friday. We'll keep an eye on that. Looks to be cold again next weekend. Not crazy cold, but colder. And so that could be a little bit messy there on Saturday morning where we melt and then refreeze. Now, along the coastline, the snowpack is probably going to be so low at that point that there won't be a whole lot to refreeze onto on Saturday. But inland and into the mountains, that probably will create another hard layer of ice. And we've dealt with that quite a bit this season. Something we don't keep stats on, like number of times snow melts and refreezes into ice, but it seems like it's been a lot.
We all know it when we see it.
Yeah, it's been a lot this winter so far, yeah.
Thanks, Keith.